Untold Stories of Donnie Brasco, a deep dive into one of the FBI's most daring undercover operations. Joseph D. Pistone, better known by his undercover alias Donnie Brasco, stands as one of the most famous FBI agents in U.S. law enforcement history. Embedded deep within the Bonanno and Colombo crime families from the mid-1970s to early 1980s, Pistone's covert operations ultimately led to the convictions of more than 100 mafia members. Yet beyond his well-known feats, there exist numerous untold stories and lesser-known anecdotes that reveal deeper insights into his complex mission, the characters he encountered, and the personal sacrifices he made. From ordinary cop to undercover specialist. Before Joseph Pistone became Donnie Brasco, he served as an FBI agent focusing on truck hijackings and other organized crime activities. He developed a reputation for meticulous surveillance and skillful extraction of information. This experience laid the groundwork for his future undercover role. Intensive training, Pistone specialized in the art of infiltration, learning how to establish rapport with suspects. Observational skills. He honed his ability to read body language and detect lies, crucial skills that would later help him navigate the suspicious world of the mafia. Strategic mindset. Pistone understood the importance of patience and long-term relationship building, essential qualities for an undercover agent who needed to gain the trust of top mobsters. The transition from jewel thief to mafia associate. At the heart of Pistone's cover identity was his purported background as a jewel thief, a claim that wasn't merely for show. Pistone received specialized training from real jewelers and studied the intricacies of the trade to appear credible. He would attend gemology courses to learn about cut, clarity, color, and carats, memorize jargon used among thieves and dealers to fit into underworld circles, develop real-world tactics for selling stolen jewelry in a believable manner. Although he rarely needed to showcase his skills in front of mafia members, his meticulous preparation convinced them he was no amateur, further solidifying his standing in criminal circles. Being Donnie Brasco involved more than just a change of name. Pistone lived a full double life, maintaining an ongoing presence among hardened criminals while still periodically touching base with his FBI handlers. What's less discussed is emotional toll. Extended time away from his real family led to heightened stress and anxiety. Financial strain. He had to maintain a lifestyle befitting a mob associate, covering high-stakes dinners, bar tabs, and lavish gifts to gain trust. Small criminal activities. Under strict FBI oversight, Pistone occasionally participated in fencing stolen goods or other minor crimes to reinforce his cover story. This balancing act required a delicate approach, as any misstep could have led to dire consequences. Tensions with other undercover ops. The mafia wasn't the only target for FBI investigations during this era. Occasionally, separate undercover operations risked colliding, creating potential confusion or cross-contamination of evidence. Some lesser-known stories involve conflicting agendas. Different FBI offices or teams prioritized various facets of organized crime, complicating interdepartmental coordination. Fears of infiltration. There was concern that Donnie Brasco's deep infiltration could compromise other active investigations, or vice versa. Jurisdictional issues. In some instances, local police or other federal agencies might be running parallel stings, raising the risk of inadvertently targeting one another. While no major conflicts erupted, these behind-the-scenes tensions underscore the complexity of large-scale mafia investigations. Real-time adaptations and high-stakes gambles. Undercover work rarely follows a predictable script, and Pistone often had to improvise on the spot. On-the-spot decisions. Whether forging relationships with key mobsters or dealing with sudden acts of violence, Pistone had to stay alert and flexible. Continuous debriefing. Each crucial development was reported back to FBI supervisors, allowing them to adjust overall investigative goals. Balancing infiltration with safety. The deeper Pistone went, the more personally vulnerable he became. With each promotion or added responsibility within the mafia, he risked closer scrutiny and potential discovery. One wrong move could have jeopardized not only his life, but also the entire operation. The Donnie Brasco story is closely tied to Pistone's relationship with Benjamin Lefty Ruggiero, an old-school mobster known for his loyalty and street smarts. Mentorship. Lefty taught Donnie about mafia codes and customs, effectively grooming him for higher-level responsibilities. Unspoken conflicts. Pistone knew that if his cover were blown, Lefty would likely face lethal repercussions for vouching for an informant. Tragic aftermath. When the operation ended, Ruggiero was arrested. He died in prison, and Pistone has expressed remorse for the personal fallout his mentor suffered. This complicated dynamic revealed the human side of undercover work, where emotional connections could form even in criminal circles. Mafia politics, the internal power struggles. During Pistone's tenure, the Bonanno family was riddled with power struggles and internal rivalries. Factional rivalries. Capos and soldiers vied for influence and revenue streams, creating unpredictable alliances and betrayals. Suspicion and paranoia. Mafia members were often more suspicious of each other than of newcomers, which ironically helped Pistone remain undetected. Frequent violence, hits and reprisals were commonplace, forcing Pistone to tread carefully and maintain plausible deniability when conflicts arose. Personal sacrifices and secrecy. While Hollywood adaptations focus on shootouts and dramatic confrontations, the real toll on Pistone's personal life was profound. Strain on family. Keeping his true mission hidden meant limited communication with his wife and children. Psychological pressure. Pretending to be a hardened criminal required Pistone to engage in morally ambiguous actions, blurring his sense of identity. Limited resources. Although the FBI covered operational costs, day-to-day life in the criminal underworld demanded frequent justification of expenses. The emotional burden of these sacrifices took a long-term toll on Pistone's well-being. The FBI's takeaway: evolution in undercover protocols. After the success of the Donnie Brasco operation, the FBI refined its approach to long-term infiltrations. Extended training. Future undercover agents received more comprehensive instruction in everything from language skills to deep cover psychology. Increased psychological support. The Bureau recognized the need for ongoing counseling and mental health resources for agents living prolonged double lives. Post-operation integration. Stricter protocols were developed for reintegrating operatives into normal life, helping them cope with the transition back to standard duty. When the operation ended in 1981, Pistone's evidence proved instrumental in dismantling key elements of the Bonanno and Colombo families. Yet the repercussions extended far beyond convictions. Damaged mafia leadership. The Bonanno family's credibility took a major hit for allowing an undercover agent to rise through its ranks. Role in mafia decline. Alongside other high-profile cases in the 1980s, Donnie Brasco's work contributed to the broader weakening of the five families' power. Life in hiding, Pistone, forced to adopt new identities, has lived under heightened security ever since, illustrating the lasting consequences of his undercover mission. The Donnie Brasco story gained widespread fame through Pistone's books and the acclaimed 1997 film starring Al Pacino and Johnny Depp. However, this cultural portrayal only scratches the surface of the real story. Media fascination. Subsequent documentaries, TV series, and podcasts have explored various angles of Pistone's infiltration. Mob pop culture. Donnie Brasco became a symbol of both the FBI's determination and the vulnerability of the once untouchable mafia. Public perception. The blend of heroism and tragedy in Pistone's story continues to captivate the public, influencing how undercover work is portrayed in popular media. In their own words, reflections from Donnie Brasco. Pistone has since authored books and spoken publicly about his experiences. Throughout his interviews, he has revealed fascinating nuances not covered in Hollywood narratives. Moments of compassion. He admits feeling empathy for mobsters trapped in a cycle of violence and loyalty. Regret over betrayals. Knowing that his undercover role led to severe consequences for individuals he befriended weighs heavily on him. Pride in justice. Despite moral conflicts, Pistone underscores the importance of dismantling criminal enterprises that harm communities. The saga of Donnie Brasco is more than a tale of infiltration and arrests. It is a richly layered account of personal sacrifice, moral ambiguity, and significant transformations within the Mafia and the FBI. Though widely celebrated for his courage, Joseph Pistone paid a steep price, psychologically, emotionally, and socially, for maintaining such a long-term cover. Today, the Donnie Brasco operation remains a landmark case study in undercover work, proving that a single individual, armed with unwavering resolve and meticulous preparation, can disrupt powerful criminal organizations. In an era where the Mafia once seemed untouchable, Pistone's achievements shifted the balance, forever altering the course of organized crime and FBI investigative strategies. The enduring fascination with Donnie Brasco stands as a testament to the operation's profound impact on both criminal justice and popular culture.